Oh my god, I can't believe I found it. This is what everybody dreams of doing to their Silverado, swapping the bumper, grill, and hood of an HD truck on a standard 1500. And ever since I bought the truck a few weeks ago, that's all I've been thinking about. So when one came up for sale, it was like a sign from God. Now this conversion is not plug and play simple. It does require fabrication in order for the bumper to bolt on, but since I'm your favorite influencer and you follow me, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it, because nowhere on the internet is there a tutorial on how to do it. It starts by removing the front bumper, and this part is easy, but it's extremely important that it comes off smoothly, because the two brackets bolted on the inside are gonna play a major role in making this conversion possible. After that's out of the way, the old grill is obviously gonna be swapped out, and getting to it involves removing a large plastic cover held on by about 10 retainer clips. However, once that too is out of the way, there's 4 bolts on top of the radiator support holding the grill in place, so when they're all out, it sort of just pops off. But the next part is where attention to detail is key, because remember the brackets I was talking about earlier? Well, they need to be swapped onto the HD bumper, but even then, it's still not a direct bolt-on, because as it turns out, the original bracket sits high, and since the HD bumper has a higher end cap than the original bumper, it causes the end cap to hit the light, preventing it from ever sitting flush. So to make it work, I went ahead and cut the top off the bracket to show you how I did it. You see the gap in between the chassis and the bracket? Well, on the other side, I shaved down the middle opening until the bracket sat flat with the chassis, and that's going to consequently bring down the HD bumper just enough for it to slide on. However, that's not all. The corners also have to be bashed in with a hammer, and the middle opened up with a grinder, but once that's done, that's basically all the fabrication required for this conversion. And with the bumper on, it's time to zap in the 2 original bolts on the newly modified brackets, but because the brackets came down a few inches, there's no way in heaven the original hardware is gonna fit, so the best second option is to just weld them on the chassis. And of course, after grinding off the paint, it's a good idea to tack weld the brackets with the bumper on, and with the bumper removed, finish completely welding them. Obviously, whatever metal is exposed should be primed and painted, but in reality, this conversion is not at all hard to do. The fabrication is light work, and with only 2 bolts, the bumper is already sturdy. Oh, yeah. Then there's an additional supporting bracket on each side that this thing could hit a deer and it wouldn't even budge. So with the hard part over, the rest is a cakewalk. The grill and plastic cover go on the same way it came off, and the HD hood uses the same 4 bolts as the original hood, so once it's lined up evenly from both sides, the truck is literally transformed like Megatron in about 5 hours time, and what was once daily a farm truck is now a lowered Silverado with the HD conversion swap, and it looks insane.